Okay, hey, there we go. Back in Barovia. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back
Hello.
to our Curse of Strahd playthrough. Now, quick word before we get started. Thanks once again to the VOD squad, all those lovely people that catch up with the show between our airing on Twitch here and all of these lovely sounds and things that you'll be hearing tonight. You will be hearing tonight. So we messed it up that one time. Got it sorted now. Coming to you from Sirenscape. Give them a try. They've got some free sound sets and things that you can try out, and you can enjoy having the amazing sounds and music that they have in your games and on your tabletops, virtual or otherwise. Now, let's get everybody caught up. Last time, having decided to deliver the Vistani child's name day present, you headed out of Vallaki, coming across the overgrown cottage of Jenny Greenteeth. A short trek through the woods led you to the hilltop Vistani camp, where you met the drow living around the base of the rise. Then, sounds of a horsewhip drew you on, and you found a young man being punished for allowing the name day girl, Arabelle, to get lost. Agreeing to help search for her, you followed Xenocus's nose back to town, first to the orphanage, then to Blinsky's toy shop, and finally to the house of local drunk and fisherman Pluto. After a fruitless search of his dilapidated house, you decided to see if he was at Lake Zarovich, trying out his new lucky charm. We find ourselves standing on the shore, peering out over the mist-shrouded waters, as a lone figure in a fishing boat tumbles a large sack into the lake, about the size of a young Vistani girl. Now, this is going to be a skill challenge.
Knew it.
Now, for anyone watching that is not familiar, a skill challenge is when the party needs to use the skills and spells, if they like, that they have available. And they describe how they want to use that to overcome the obstacles that I put in front of them. And their challenge is whether or not they can get a set number of successes, which is a secret, before they get 3 failures. 3 failures is bad news.
Screams. Just screaming. I'm screaming. On the inside and the outside. Ah! Cool.
So, you have seen this figure tumble this sack over, and there's a splash audible even from this far distance as the bag goes into and under the water. What do you do?
So I'm gonna turn to Krieg and be like, "How much can you carry?"
No, that's kind of neat.
Krieg has already taken off and shouts back, "Enough!"
As he does that, I'm gonna grab his, touch his foot and use face step, because as I'm currently in spring, I can teleport someone who's not me 30 feet forward.
What? Yes, that was
Very nice.
perfect conglomerate of things that happened.
Okay, so Arakokra Ranger Krieg takes to the sky, and as he does so,
Burst into flowers.
Xenocus kind of high-fives his foot as it just goes out of reach.
Oh.
And there's an explosion of flowers and 30 feet out over the water, Krieg appears, looking surprised, but still flapping his wings as fast as possible. Now,
John, can I? Oh, sorry.
yes,
Are we still allowed to say that we do things?
only one person for each phase.
Okay. I
So,
just thought it
yeah.
was like,
You don't have to at this time. Although I think, I think it makes sense for each of you to try and get out there, because then you need to be out there for the second part.
yeah, because all three, I will just say.
Yeah, go for it, man.
I wasn't. Cool. I can't get out there because I don't have any of those things.
There
to
is
do
boats
that.
there.
There is what?
There's boats at the shore.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll go sit in underneath the boats that people are already doing a swim away in. That's it, I guess.
I think
I was going to do something else, but if this isn't the time, then this isn't the time.
Yeah, the challenge at the moment is to get out to where this is happening.
Yeah. How far away from us is she? I'm just curious.
It's far, I think.
It is quite a distance out. Like that, if you can see stream, Emma, I put the picture on there.
It's still loading. Sorry.
No worries. So it is a fair distance away.
No. Okay.
Yeah, about 100 feet out, I'd say.
Cool. Not yet.
Would it be fair to say that we all like get in the boat as Krieg is out there doing his thing?
Just standing him on our head.
Absolutely.
And then we'll slowly kind of try and catch up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to look at this. Okay. I need athletics checks.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're all terrible.
That's actually
at
not
that.
terrible.
Okay, I need athletics checks, and
two.
the DC for Krieg is considerably
either.
easier with his head start. So, please tell me what
Can
you
I
got.
guidance myself? Or is
Of
it
course.
too late?
No, of course.
Sweat.
On Raven's wings.
I needed that so much, and it's not even going to be enough. It's 10 with guidance and my additional
Okay.
bonus.
I got a 7.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Oh god, no!
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice. I got a 14.
Okay.
Ooh,
Thank you.
better.
So, as you get out to near the boats, the three of you in just one rowboat.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
because
it
we
fit for
So-
three?
people to get out there fast if we're rowing.
Yeah, so
the
you're-
third person would just be rowing one oar, so I
Yep.
think it is all of us in one boat.
Yep, so you're rowing, plowing through the waves as hard as you can, and Krieg is soaring overhead with his head start. Krieg, you see the fisherman look in surprise, but his reactions seem slow. He's kind of bleary-eyed. You think he might be in the bottle already. And he looks very surprised at this sudden flying figure that comes towards him. And he kind of panics and falls back in the boat, as it rocks in the water there. And you see, as you get out there first, before the others, this sack slowly disappearing into the depths. What do you do? As I let these phoenixes fly like Krieg's. Go, phoenixes, go! Hurrah!
Is there a rope on the boat?
Yes, but when it was tied up.
I'm going to. Can I see at a glance how long it is?
It's about 10 feet.
Okay, not long enough. I'm diving.
Okay. Right, so you're just diving down into the water. Okay, now
I'm
the
going
next
to go up.
the next challenge here. Okay, what you need to do is to get deep enough and keep track of where this bag is before it sinks out of sight. In the it's always gloomy weather here in Barovia, so you need to use something to keep track of where the bag is till you can catch up with it, or use something to get to the bag quickly.
Can I cast Hunter's Mark on the bag?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I never thought of that.
So what the image I want to kind of place here is like hovering like over the boat. Craig can see the bag going down,
Yeah.
he's going to like shoot up a little bit
Yep.
and like kind of like a bird of prey would, like diving, wings like locked in.
Yeah, like cormorants. You know, when they
Yeah.
tuck the wings in. Just...
Yeah, and like his eyes do the flash for the hunter's mark, and
Now, is Hunter's Mark is that a cantrip or a leveled spell?
it is a leveled spell.
What level is it?
First level.
Okay. If you use a leveled spell, you don't need to roll. So that is an automatic success. So the rest of you heaving on these oars as you plow through the water
With
as
their
quickly as
tiny
possible.
Arms.
Yeah.
We've all got like minus strength, I think.
You see
I have plus-
Krieg
I have
just...
plus strength.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
I have +2 to strength.
Hey, sneaky rugby.
Vanta's got muscles hidden under her eldritch limbs.
John,
Thanks.
I don't know if
Thanks
you
for the heads
saw
up.
Sneaky Rogue Thieves.
I did, yeah. I'm just saying
Okay.
thanks. Yeah. Just trying to turn the music down a bit. It's weird. In the balance, it looks like you guys are louder, but I shall try and get that. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks for the heads up. So you, you managed to, Vanta's suddenly like the strength that you haven't really seen before. Just heaving on these oars as your
If we
rowboat
save this
skips
child, we get to my
across.
book quicker.
Let's just get it done.
Her
Got more
Tell
important
the
things to
rest
do.
me.
rippling biceps burst out of the seams of the shirt.
Okay, so you so you're plowing through the water, and as Asara, I think you're looking forwards to keep your eyes as best you can, and you just see Krieg tuck
I have
and
noodle arms.
whoosh down into the water with barely a splash as he does a very nice dive down. And Krieg, as you plunge into the water, the world just immediately gets much darker. You've got the worst dark vision, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter, because deep in that murky darkness, you see a soft glowing red as your hunter's mark is coming closer and closer. And as you swim down, you find the bag. And it seems to be moving around like something's trying to break out or someone. And it seems to be, the cold water seems to have woken them from whatever stupor they were in. And you've reached the bag and grab hold of it and spin round in the water and start to kick back towards the surface. Now, as he gets to the surface here, the fisherman, who you can assume correctly is Bluto, he says, No, this is my lucky charm. This is what's going to fix the fishing. I must appease the powers. I must appease the dark ones. And he kind of drunkenly lurches towards you, and he's going to try and capsize your boat. What do you do?
Okay. I would like to. Right, this person is a humanoid within 90 feet of me. Who seems. Do they look strong?
He's a big fella, yeah.
I would like to cast sleep on him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Cool. Oh, I don't. So what it does is, I roll some dice to determine the amount of HP,
Yep.
and I'm going to pick one person, and if that if that number matches their HP, they fall unconscious.
Okay.
So maybe I'll cast it at level 2.
Okay. Let's see. Can you see
Okay,
this?
78.
This is the guy here. This is the token we've got for him.
Oh wow.
I can't see them.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
If we saw him before, we would have instantly known he was the bad guy.
Yeah, Colonel
Now,
Pathetic.
come on.
damn.
Remember,
Oh, yeah,
all Barovian
Oh,
art is like that.
Yeah, everyone looks
Yeah.
like the bad guys in Barovia.
Okay. So sorry. Once more, Vanta.
78. I'm about to roll them.
Ooh.
5. I only have 5 d8s. That's preposterous.
Is it gonna be
I
enough?
have no so, well, this is 5 first. Ooh, okay, I see some 8s. We have a 7, 8. So that's 15.
Yes.
And then we have a 1, 16, and then we have. Wait, hang on.
How's it going?
Wait, okay, we have 16.
Yep.
Plus 6 is 22, plus 3 is 25, and then I get to roll 2 more. 4 and 2. It's not enough, is it? It's 26. No, 25 plus 6 is 31.
Okay.
We believe in your ability
Now-
to math.
You saw he had a token, so he has a character sheet. I have opened the character sheet. His
Might be-
hit points are 4.
Oh, yeah!
So-
Sweet.
So he's just like,
Started his
no, I
eternal
must
slumber."
appease the dark.
Does he fall in the water?
I'm gonna say no. He falls back into the boat. Falls
He's
backwards.
asleep now.
Yes, he's completely.
Zenekas was about to jump over the boat, and just like as he stands up, the other guy just falls back asleep, and he's like,
To my
Mid-sentence.
book.
Okay, so that
Tickle
yeah,
is
with
It's
his paper, like,
okay.
he's got your book, Vanta, he's got your book, and she's like, no.
Zenekas, as this happens, you hear Asara like call out like, Zenekas, over here, and you see Krieg breaks the surface with this bag.
I'm gonna try and like get the bag off him because
that's
I
fine.
guess it's not gonna be easy for him to lift while he's in the
Yeah,
water.
exactly. Yeah, but with him pushing and you pulling and Asara pulling, you'll heave it up onto the boat. Now, as you rip open the neck of this burlap sack, inside you do indeed see a small girl dressed in, not overly so that she would have got in trouble in Vallaki in the town, but there are distinct kind of Vistani vibes to her clothing in some of the patterns and stuff on the trim. Now, she has taken in a lot of water already from the sudden plunging into the depths here. So the last stage here and the deciding factor here is the revival of Arabelle. So it seems like she has liquid in her lungs, water in her lungs. What do you want to do?
Look at her lungs. Do we feel like curative magic is working, or is that? I
Tell
wouldn't
me.
know that. I'm going to try using because this is the first time anyone's actually seen him do it. Because every other time he was sneaky about it.
Yes.
He's going you just see as he kind of as he's pulling her up and trying to get her out the bag, and he realizes that she's starting to drown. You just see it's as if he just starts bleeding suddenly, in his arms, and all of a sudden the blood just starts to kind of go onto her as he casts Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Sweet.
So yeah, you just the blood from your wounds flows down and goes over your fingertips and onto her exposed neck, and it kind of seems to seep into the skin, and you see a convulsion, and and she just starts to cough up water, and you kind of roll her over on her side. And she brings up all this lake water, and you see this young girl's eyes flitter open, and she looks up at you. Thank you. What happened?
I want to react to what Zenekas just did and be like, what is that? You just bleed people back to life?
Not the time or the place. Are you okay? Are you okay?
I think so.
What do you remember?
Here's the girl. I have a picture of her here.
He's also the villain.
No. This one's from the
you
internet,
sure?
so it's much nicer.
It's not from their
Oh, yeah.
so therefore it doesn't look evil.
She looks rather disheveled from her
Indeed.
ordeal.
You're safe now.
Thank you.
I know
Your,
exactly what reference picture they used for that image.
your father, Lavash, sent us.
Father? Oh,
Yes.
is he mad?
He will not be when you return.
Then we must get back as quickly as possible. Please, you must take me back to the village, to the camp.
I mean, we'll move fast, but it seems like he's always mad, so I don't think you have to worry about that.
No, he has his moments. And
Be with you in a second, and Zeneca's is going to like try and pull the other boat close and like get that other guy and tie him up.
sure.
If it's possible, kind of like pull him onto our boat, or like if it looks like that. Our
He's
boat-
a
if our-
big guy and like just dead weight at the moment, so it's pretty
I
better
I
to
will
do
use
it.
my +2 strength to help pick him up.
I was going to say like, or I could go onto the other boat and just slowly row this one back if he's tied up.
Yeah. So you
meet them at the edge.
you secure him and you start heading back towards the shore.
Sweet.
Congratulations, success.
Yay! Where's my book? No.
We'll interrogate him when we're on the shore.
I don't have any books with me. I have some lovely ones back in my
And you're
wagon.
useless to me. Back in the water.
Zeneca's is on the other boat going, no!
She is thinking about it. You do see her. You see Fanta just as she's rowing, just go like.
Michael, say sorry to everyone's ears.
Sorry. But no!
So,
It's like when you get the urge to jump off a tall building, except it's the urge to push this child back into the river.
not sure I'm following you.
I don't get that one. I don't get that one often.
And to know.
So, you make your way back to the shore, and a much more sedate pace. And Arabelle, which is she, looks around at you and she's like, she looks at you, Craig, in particular, and she's like, "Oh, I don't think I've met
Arakakra.
Arakokra before. Can you fly?"
Yes, I can. That's actually how I managed to get you out of the water.
Oh, like my protective angel. Are you from Mount Celeste?
I am not, but I plan to visit there someday.
Oh, I hope that I can travel one day. Father says that next time they go out of the mists, that I can join them. Now that my name day has come. Hey, did you know it's my name day?
Happy birthday to you.
What's your
Happy
birthday?
name day to you. Happy name day, dear Arabelle. Happy name day to you.
I brought that on myself. Thank you.
I like how it
Arabelle is delighted. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Your presence back at the camp.
There's presents?
Yes, your aunt had us pick one up for you.
Oh, Auntie, is she well?
Yeah.
Yeah, she seemed to be.
She was busy reporting to Strahd on your...
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't know
you-
that. so
you
it's
didn't
fine.
see that.
We have no idea about that. So we're like, yeah, she's fine.
She's
She's
a lovely
lovely.
lady, yeah. Okay, so you you are back on shore now. Now,
Xenakis is trying to keep eye contact away from Sarah.
what are you going to do with Bluto, and how are you going to get? Are you going to skirt around the wall along the edge of the lake back towards like where Jenny Greenteeth's place is, or are you going to go through town?
We do have a prisoner.
I mean, I think we take him to,
Yeah, is
Is it?
it? Yeah.
right? Like,
I
he
think
tried to kill a little girl.
Wait. I want to
Even if
ask
he's
Arabelle
just a
something
buffoon, he's a dangerous buffoon.
before we enter. Arabelle, do you remember what happened to you?
I was with my friends from the orphanage.
Mhm.
We were playing, and then they said we should go and look at see if Blinsky has any new toys, and then we were playing tag, and we were running around, and I lost track of the others, and don't remember after that.
Yeah, okay. So,
I swat the fly that's buzzing at our ears.
Yeah, that tracks.
well, this man here, and like points at the tied up man, tried to throw you in a lake. If it wasn't for the lovely bird man, you might have been really wet. More wet than you are now, but you would have been safe.
I don't think I can get any wetter.
Yeah,
You see, she's starting to shiver a bit from the. Yeah, it's pretty chill.
Realized what he was going to say and stopped when he realized he doesn't want to make this kid realize their mortality this quickly.
I'm sitting there going like,
So, a word before we try to enter the city.
Yeah.
I don't know that a prisoner escort is exactly festival worthy.
That
I'm wondering if maybe someone should go inside and get Isaac and bring him out here.
for report a malicious unhappiness.
And there are the guards on the gates as well. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, we could have one of them run and go get Isaac.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do that.
Isaac likes me.
Santa.
That was
Let's
my
tone it down to 2.
joke.
Wait, that was funny.
Oh,
So-
no.
That was a good joke.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you.
Who's going to the guards?
Me.
yeah.
Maybe one of the more normal of us.
We all just look at
Bird.
Asara.
You're a
We all
bird
look at-
man.
We all look at Asara.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
one, and we all just look at Asara.
Sorry.
Mhm, mhm.
And even that's a stretch.
It
So
is.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
not.
That explains the group.
grey end of normal.
The bird one, the socially awkward like death witch, and the wolf boy, and then Asara.
You've been volunteered, Normie.
Not a death witch, not a bird boy. We're good.
Mhm, mhm.
Excuse me?
So you're heading to the gates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, you're back.
Yes, and we are very ready for the festival. However, as a result of some witnessed malicious unhappiness, we're
What?
gonna need it.
Well,
Well, we took care of it, but
splendid.
we are gonna need Isaac. We don't wanna dampen the festivities and, be in jail, so.
Right. Yes, I'll get him. And
Thank
the
you.
guard disappears off, and after a while, comes back, with Isaac stomping along. He's like, "What are you all doing? Aren't you ready for the meeting with the Baron?" He looks over at Craig. He's like, "What on earth have you been doing?"
Had to
I am
go
laughing.
for an unrequisitioned swim, dealing with some malicious unhappiness.
Ah, splendid. I see that my sister keeps good company. Now, what is the problem?
Well, this your town drunk threw a girl in a lake. It's pretty as malicious as it gets as far as unhappiness is concerned. So I figured,
He put her in a bag and then threw her in the lake.
yeah.
He said something about it being a lucky charm, that he must appease the dark ones. Oh, that was a bit loud. I'm sorry.
Dark ones.
That's what he said.
The devil.
He didn't say devil.
The Baron will want to hear of this. Where is he?
Back there with like Zikus is just like chilling out, waiting
He
for him.
comes stomping over, and he sees him there. He's like, "You've done well. Might I ask you to get this girl back to her parents?
Yes, we want to make sure she's safe.
I will deal with this malicious, unhappy one." He just grabs him, just like one-handed, and he's like over the shoulder.
He's not like snoring deeply.
How long does that last, Fanta?
That's a good point. Yeah.
A minute, so he's probably awake.
Oh.
Ah, okay. Then, yeah.
But I think he went from like magic sleep into drunken sleep.
That's fair.
There we go.
That's canon. That's canon is what that is.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
like it.
And Isaac stomps off with him. You hear the guards on the gate. That wasn't us.
Mm.
To be him.
Unless you're throwing I'm not gonna say, but I want to say, unless you're throwing girls in lakes, it wouldn't. What? But I don't. I
No,
don't say that. I say it internally in my mind.
So you can say they're like, it doesn't need to be that much. Get in trouble for far less.
It could be any
Smiles, everyone, smiles.
I mean, I'm already smiling. Like, this is hilarious.
Are you going around the outside or through the town?
Uh,
Around the outside,
Well, this
around the
girl is
outside.
shivering. We have to get her warm.
yeah.
outside it is.
Vanta. I take the girl's hand. Let's go. Let's go get you a hot drink. Smiles, everyone.
I want to see my father. Please, I'll be okay. I'm tough. It's my name day, don't you know?
It is her name day.
I'm a whole year older.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Wait,
Yeah,
how
I'm a
old
whole
are
year
you,
older than
Vanta?
yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
She's 12.
I think it was 12, wasn't it? Yeah, without checking.
Yeah, I know shit.
Let's go 12.
Um,
yeah, you've got cloaks and stuff, right? You wrap her up,
Yep.
yeah.
and you
Vanta's got a spare set of clothes.
Oh my god, are we never gonna let this die? No,
No,
don't ever let it die. It's
not
great.
at all.
an angry
That
an
poor
angry
Raven
raven
girl.
flies by. Ha!
I want everyone to know that Krieg, in his like disdain for being so like sopping wet, and like really unable to effectively fly, I am covered in my little like fey bugs that have changed into dragonflies, that are like swiftly fanning my feathers dry.
Okay,
Aw.
little fey hairdryer.
Yes.
Right. So you
I'm gonna look right at him and be like, "That's horrific."
you
Then we're
skirt
gonna like, and you've never told me about this before with his beautiful hair.
you skirt round the
Can't
wall
hear
of
over
the city. Well, the town. The city's a bit generous. And you try and stay close to the wall, getting the odd strange look from people patrolling along the walkway on the inside at the top. But you don't want to be too close to the woods as they
Smile and wave.
close in as you leave this roadway to the lake. And you curve round and over to the west gate and past the hovels and Jenny Greenteeth's spot once more, and carry on down the road, making a beeline to the south, and making your way through the dark trees as they huddle conspiratorially over the road, and you find yourselves once more in sight of the Vistani camp.
And the sound of whipping, is it still there?
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's
Remember-
long dead.
Now remember
We're
that.
adopting
Remember
this girl. She's never
they said-
going
I
back.
they
was
said
just
right. They said he'd learned his lesson and they were going to stop.
yeah, no, I was just wondering. I was wondering about the drow guards. There was maybe new whipping involved.
No. Arabelle's like, what do you mean?
You caused trouble.
Now, you start to make your way over towards the hill once more, and you see again the drow guards posted outside each of these small huts that ring the exterior of the hill at the bottom. And let's see, let's bring that picture of the camp up once more.
1,000 horses.
Just a moment there as it loads up. So these are animated, so it takes a short moment. Come on. There we go. Boop. And boop. Okay, so yes, you emerge from the trees and you see the road as it curves up round, looping round up to the camp at the top of the hill. And once more you see the drow guard that you spoke to before still standing outside that hut nearest the road. They nod to you, and then their eyebrows go up as they see Arabelle's there, and they're like, little Arabelle, you're safe. We're so pleased you're back. And she's like, kind of nervously, like she's a bit worried she's going to get in trouble. She's like, yes, hi. And you
Just went for a swim.
and he looks confused. And, you make your way up the hill and back up to the line, the circle of wagons, and the large number of horses that are inside. And as you reach the top, you see there are more people here than there had been before. You think search parties having returned, unfortunately, empty-handed, and they're kind of milling around, looking a bit nervous. And you can hear raised voices that you understand to be Lavash's and Aragal's in the main tent, but no whipping sounds. But as they turn and they see you, their faces light up, seeing Arabelle walking with you. And they quickly gather round, and they're like, Arabelle, you're okay. Oh, thank the powers, all of you. You've really done us such a service. Thank you so much. And they all seem overjoyed that she's back. Somebody, quickly, get Lavash and Aragal. They'll want to see this. And some of them rush off to the main tent, and they start to bring Arabelle's father and uncle out from inside. And he's like, and you just hear, what? No, she's back. Oh, thank goodness. And you see them come storming out, and you see Lavash in a completely different light to when you were here last time. And he breaks into a run. And he's like, and he just like barrels into Arabelle and just, like gathers her up in a big hug and spins her around. And whoever's cloak it was flies off, and she's laughing, and like kind of buries her face in his neck, and she's like, "I'm sorry, Father. I didn't mean." And he's like, "No, not. You're back. That's all that matters. Thank goodness. Now, what on earth happened? Where did you get to?" She's like, "I'm sorry. I just snuck into town. They have a festival today. I wanted to see my friends and play, but I don't know what happened. These people said someone threw me in the lake." And he's like, he turns to all of you and he's like, "What? What happened?
Stop.
Explain what happened at once."
We
Well,
went to a lake.
yeah, that.
And well, we searched the entire town. And we followed her path, giving Xenakis side eye, to a lake. And we witnessed a man throw her in. And he pulled her out, and we rowed a boat, and she's here now. And the man's in jail.
Krieg, you feel you like lurch forward as a big hand like claps you on the back, and Arabelle's thank you. As Arabelle's uncle comes over, and he's like, "Fine folk, all of you. We owe you a great debt. You are welcome here anytime."
Oh, thank you.
Can I collect on the debt now?
And Ariel looks over to Lavash. "What say you, brother? You think this deed deserves a reward?" And Lavash is like, Yes, it does. Let us give them something from the wagon." And they're like, Yes, I think so." And they're like, "This way."
Oh.
And they lead you over to one of the wagons. And you see it has these two heavy padlocks on the door, and each of the brothers produces a key, and they insert them in the padlocks, and they look at each other. 3, 2, 1, and they both turn them at the same time, and
Missile fires off somewhere.
the padlocks open and are lifted off, and the bar is removed, and they open up the door, and inside you see a few different items gathered, and they're kind of up on shelves, like up on a table, up on a surface on the side, and some of them on the floor. And they're all kind of gathered around a throne. There's a throne in here, which let's get the proper description here for you. With the funky music. So, yeah, it's a wooden throne, and it has gold inlay and decorative stones on it. And then you see lying on the floor beside it a rolled up rug. And then you see a few boxes. There is a wooden chest, an iron chest, and an onyx jewelry box, which has kind of gold filigree patterns on it. And then up on the side, on one of the surfaces, you see a small wooden box. And Arigal, Lavash is distracted by Arabelle, but Arigal gestures grandly. He's like, Here is the accumulated treasures of our camp. Now, I don't want to be boring about this. Let's have a little fun. Which would you like? The throne is not movable and has sentimental value to our people, but one of the boxes, or maybe this rug? What would you like as your rewards? I'm sorry?
I was kind of looking for something very specific.
No, the library wagon is over there.
I look at the library wagon wistfully.
As soon as we're done with this, we'll go check it out, Fanta. Don't worry.
Could I maybe shield myself with anything else? Hide my things.
I think we've got to just choose randomly.
Indeed. This is a glint in Aragel's eye. The sport of this. Which is it to be?
Any?
I want to pick up the black box with the gold filigree.
The jewelry box?
Yeah.
Do you speak for everyone?
Oh.
Not one each.
That's
You're
what
not
I
taking
wanna
all
do.
of our treasures.
I'm taking every single treasure you have.
Everyone, to arms!
No. I mean, I think that is a good choice.
It feels like there's a monetary value potentially in there.
I think the
Well,
carpet's the most interesting.
Carpet?
Yes.
Interesting. I mean, I feel like this is one of those like games of chance, but it also were like, I mean, the onyx shiny boxes and the big silvery boxes look very nice and thing, but the plain wooden box, isn't that where the real treasure is when you're not looking for it?
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure,
Yeah, I'll
be
let
my guest.
Dan to do that check if you want. Yeah.
Not even worth it. No, I'm looking at the wagon. I'm just like, none of these are books. It doesn't matter.
Distraught.
Distraught.
Krieg, not really. How can I say?
Not
He
being
wants-
aware of human treasures.
No, he wants to make this as effective as possible. So he's going to quietly cast Detect Magic on himself.
Okay.
And do any of these boxes have anything magical inside?
I thought you were checking yourself for magic, and
Yeah,
I was like,
Do I feel magic right now? I think I
am
feel.
I
Yeah.
magic?
Do I feel lucky, punk?
Krieg silently feels his own abs.
Oh my god.
Those are magic.
I am magic.
Wow.
Ew, gross.
The idea of Krieg having abs though is a bit like this idea of like this feathers and just turn around and like proper like six pack underneath is a little bit horrifying, to be honest.
Okay. Let me just have a look here. onyx jewelry box does have a faint aura of magic. Yes.
My vote's for the jewelry box.
So we've got 2 for the jewelry box, 1 for the carpet, 1 for the wooden box. The jewelry box has it, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. So, Lavash. He's like, oh, shame. This one was the prettiest. And he lifts it up and he comes and it goes to you, Craig, you know, having been told that you're the one who plunged into the waters. And he hands it over. We thank you, all of us, for bringing such an important, special member of our people back to us. Not just because she's my niece, but she is important to all of Istani. We thank you.
Insight check. That sounds like some chosen one bullshit.
That sounds a little bit
Yeah.
prophetic.
A bit
sure
too
you'll-
much. 18 plus 6, 24.
Yeah, he's speaking reverently of her. Not just it's not just an uncle's love.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
is she your chosen one?
Sorry.
Is she your deified person?
No.
Is she a central part of your religion or society?
We have but one master.
Who is? Oh, right, yes. So,
That's-
what's the point of her speaking of her in such a way?
She
Do reveal everything you can.
give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Can I cast guidance on myself? I pray right in front of him.
I like the instant Vanta drop. Like we went from is she to okay.
8.
So excited.
It's not good at all. It's an 8.
He kind of withdraws a bit. He's like, whilst we owe you our eternal thanks, we have just met this day. Please,
Well, you invited us back.
come spend more time with us, and maybe we shall talk over drink and meat.
I'll think about it.
Sounds good.
Now, to the saviors, the spoils. I don't think that's how it goes, but I like that one better. And Craig, do you crack open the box?
Absolutely.
Or are you going to wait till they're a bit more discreet? He's like, "Ooh, what do we get? What do we get?"
It's like counting it in front of them, like
He's got those
"Yeah,
shiny
you're
bird
a bit
eyes.
short. You're a bit short."
So,
This is like
You-
a trip to the dentist.
for
I guess full of
for
treasure
future
on top.
reference, okay, please make a note of this. The jewelry box with the gold filigree itself is worth 250 gold,
Sweet.
and there are 6 pieces of jewelry. That's a little tawdry. You know, not too classy, but they're worth 50 each. 50 gold pieces each, and six of them. And what you detected, and probably still do, it hasn't been that long, there is an unlabeled crystal vial. And I think, with your history and your time spent with Xenacus, I think you would have seen a healing potion before. And it's the same color as a healing potion.
I was gonna say I could try and inspect it because I am proficient in herbalism. But cool.
You
Looks
sold
like
her the
looks like a healing potion.
Very lovely. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. So, what would you like to do? They say, won't you stay for lunch? Please, we must celebrate.
We would
Fortunately, we do have a lunch date already with.
Absolutely.
Why aren't we the popular people?
Mm.
Well, when your busy schedule allows, do grace us with your presence once more.
We will. You offer drinks. That's
And
all
you hear
of it.
Arabelle, present! Where's my present?
Oh,
word between me and you.
And Lavash is like, yes, these fine people brought you a present from your good-for-nothing aunt. Here you go.
Stromblinsky.
Was it the guillotine? What did you go for? I can't remember.
It was a doll with interchangeable.
Yes, the interchangeable heads.
That's it.
Yes. So she's like, oh, what a lovely little dolly. And then there's a little bag with it, and she opens, and she just like squeals. She's like, oh, it's got changeable heads.
Look at all those heads.
And she runs off, and there's like a couple of other Vistani children have come out with the group of people here, and they kind of like scuttle off and they're like looking at it.
Classic Barovian children playing with dismantled heads.
Yeah, they're like passing the heads between each other.
Aw, it's
But
cute.
Lavash calls her back. He's like, hey, Arabelle, don't be ungrateful. Come with us. Bid farewell to your saviors. And she's like, yes, father. And she comes meekly back over, and they all escort you kind of to where the break in the ring of wagons is, and the road goes off down the hill. And they're all standing there with Lavash, Aragal, and Arabelle at the front. Thank you again, my friends. And again, you're always... Must you burp every time I'm trying to say something? and you're welcome here anytime.
We'll be back to visit and to see how you're getting on, Arabelle. I hope you have a great name day.
Oh, Father says we're having a big party tonight. Even grander than the festival in town.
Ooh.
And Aragal's like, won't be hard to beat out those lame festivals.
And
We're allowed to be as unhappy as we like out here.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
I'm internally so sad that we have to go back to this freaking town right now. Just like,
We can get this lunch over with quick and we can just come back to the real party.
yeah, maybe we can. Probably not, but
Okay, so you, you all waved off by all the various Vistani and everyone gathered there, and they all shout out thanks once more and farewells. And as you turn to leave,
Oh, good. This
a
music
sudden wind rushes by, setting the tents flapping and whipping the horses' manes about. As you turn in confusion, you see Arabelle's head crack back on her neck, and her arms thrust out to her sides. Lightning crackles around her outstretched fingers, arcing over to her hair as it wafts around her head, as if she was back underwater. And she begins to rise up in the air. As her head rocks back forwards to regard you all, bobbing loosely on her neck, you see her eyes have gone jet black. And she addresses you all in a voice that is not her own.
Tread carefully, adventurers, lest you join Barovia's midnight parade. There are many perils, but accept what aid is given, and you may yet prevail. Asara, Greek, Vanta, Xenacus. That which is missing is not gone. Seek, and ye shall find.
Holy shit. And I mean that honestly, holy shit.
And as soon as it came, the wind dies down. And her eyes go back to normal as she descends back to the ground and falls limply into her father's arms. apart from concerned, he looks elated. He says, a truly auspicious day. We have been blessed. You see, little Arabelle and myself are descended directly from Madame Eva's line. And she is gifted with the sight. And from time to time, she knows what is to come. You are truly lucky, my friends. Now, she needs her rest, so that we may celebrate properly tonight. And all the others are they go back off into the camp, and the people playing this music are like walking alongside of them, just like soundtracking them along the sides here. Now, I just need to check something. Did I fuck up? No. Okay.
Neat. Cool.
I get the impression like as they all wander off and like leave us alone, and like we're just like standing there, like, the fuck?
See, we didn't have to come
Assuming-
back again to do
Sneaker
their
Ruthie,
secret thing.
Sneaker thing. Assuming you're still in the chat here, how did my voice sound then? Because I don't think the players heard what you should have heard.
I just heard your
We
voice.
just heard your voice.
Yeah. I got that voice mod thing, and I was using that. I was like, oh, damn it.
Oh
How do I-
no, we didn't get that at all. I was thinking too. I was like, this is a pretty normal voice for John.
Yeah,
Was my thought.
Sneaker Ruthie saying it was in there. You have to watch it back.
Oh, oh well.
I'll clip it for you later.
Cool.
Damn it.
Wait, hang on. Everybody react now so that we can cut this in, okay?
Oh,
Oh wow! What? I never saw that coming. It was a completely different voice than I've ever heard before. Oh my god! There we go.
John's going on, and we're just like, oh yeah.
You should just have it in our books. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Me just like
I keep forgetting, like,
Oh,
I'm like
yeah.
seriously
Hey,
writing.
Station Savage. It's been a long time. How you doing, mate?
Yay!
Thanks for coming back. Yeah,
Hello.
they got the voice mod, so they got the full show.
Yeah.
You're being denied.
It's still going.
how could you do this?
Everyone,
Funny, I'm scribbling these notes. I'm like, I could just go back and watch the vid to get my notes. What am I doing?
Thank you, Sneaker Ruthie. Sneaker Ruthie's, it's still on. I was like, oh shit,
Hi,
yeah.
Aylin.
Sorry.
He's one
I
of
cannot
my
wait to
boys.
watch this back.
I'm being
Yeah, it's
laughed
like
at.
you're just chatting to us about not having, like, us not hearing it
Ah.
while sounding in this voice.
The flying emotes was for the Phoenix. It's not supposed to be for the lol face. Stop it. Oh dear, that's funny. Oh, it's getting a vote of confidence in chat, so they just leave it on the whole time.
I mean,
Dear me.
if you feel good about it, John.
Oh, wow, I need to figure out how to work that then.
Weird demonic narrator.
Oh, I think I know. I need to get I need to make Discord the input into Discord from the mod thing, don't I?
I would guess.
Yes,
We
I
can
should try
and
that
test
later.
out.
Yes,
Yeah.
not
Go
doesn't
on.
have to be now.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
let me
I
know
shall
if we can test it out.
hype up my ridiculousness. Anyway,
So like, as that all like ends, and we're all kind of in that moment of like, what the fuck? You're like, oh, Vanta, did you get?
you love it when you got a cool new toy and it works perfectly first time.
What did Vanta say? What
No,
did you
it's
say?
like he's saying, Vanta's like, what is lost, what is missing is not gone.
Hmm,
We can find my sister.
fuck you. She's pulling her hair out strand by strand.
She very specifically called all of you before she said
Yeah.
that.
Yes. So
What have
we're
we
all
all
missing
lost?
something.
Yes.
We've all lost something. But I just wanted to mess with Vanta.
Yes,
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
she drop kicks him.
You're the strongest.
Puts on our Luchador
Am I the
mask
strongest?
and oh yeah,
So-
easily. We're
Hell
all
yeah.
weak.
Ha, you weak dudes!
We're all dex based.
Let's see what we got here.
Holla.
8, 10,
I think I'm the weakest.
14, 8. Yeah, you're the strongest by 4, Vanta.
Ha, 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 ha.
I'm second
strong.
strongest.
Muscle cleric.
Muscle cleric. What you don't see,
we're-
Vanta's got like those like what's it called, martial arts muscles, which you don't really see until she's like flexing, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, totally.
Hang on.
AKL296, welcome to the stream. Our mods are frantically typing, so I think you're about to get told. I see them. Okay. So, you make your way back into the trees, and the merry music of the Vistani camp fades once more. Now, are you just going straight back to town?
Yeah, we all walk in
But that was-
silence.
Like, Zeneca's is like, that was weird for you guys too, right?
You bleed on people. It's all weird.
There's levels of weird.
I just want my book. I just need it back. And none of you are taking this seriously.
No, look,
Why can't you just let some children die? It's worth it.
Or we could find the book and save the children.
There's
Maybe
no
we will.
time.
I mean, we got a reward, and
Yeah.
Craig is wearing every piece of jewelry that was in the box.
Look, the way I see it,
Bird logic.
the way I see it here is we let some people die now so that I can save more people later and send more people to the Raven Queen.
I mean, the last part I got, the first part I was not sure about.
Yeah, I don't think that follows.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you have to
What-
see inside my mind.
The book will return, as
find the book.
the creepy flying girl told us. We just have to look,
Yeah.
and that's what we're doing. So that means the book will be found.
You know what do you want to know what I think, Xenacus? I think you're... I'm sorry, I was about to say something really funny, but not funny. Wait. She was just going to say, I think you're making a joke out of this. And then I started laughing, because so stupid.
For the first time in a couple of hours, Zeneca's is being serious.
Okay. So follow me on this. So we're going to go meet the Baron, right?
Yes.
He probably lives in or around the city hall, whatever that.
Yeah, you know where his manor is. Yeah, you've seen that.
So, I mean,
I see where he's going.
where do people turn things in
The
when
lost
they
and
find
found
the
box.
lost items? The lost and found, right?
Exactly. Genius, Craig.
I don't know how you're complaining when the Raven Queen just sent you a gift. You saved that little girl and she delivered you an oracle message that you're going to find your book. How dare you deny the Raven Queen's message and reward for what good you just did? And I walk off.
Ooh.
We did do a good thing. And
Mike, I could say Michael's looking for a mic to drop.
Craig
Drop
will
yourself.
walk off and jingle.
I want to walk in a different direction. I think I'm done.
What?
Yeah. Vanta's going to go somewhere else. I don't know where we can go. But we were invited back to the Vistani camp, so I think she goes back to the Vistani camp. She's going to go back.
Wait,
We're gonna find Vanta's
Genuinely,
book
I'm
and
not
come
going to
back
change
and
my
be
mind
like,
on this one. She's going to either go back to the Vistani camp or probably to the inn. The Blue Water Inn, actually, probably makes more sense for her. Yeah, she's going to the Blue Water Inn. That's it. Blue Water Inn.
Well, we've got to go to this meeting. Fanta, you don't know that if you're going back to the inn, it's still the same way that we're going for at least a little bit.
Yeah, it's that awkward thing where you guys walk in the same direction, but she's very clearly not walking with you.
So just like 100 yards back.
No, it's ahead. She's
Okay,
she
100
can
yards
run.
ahead.
She's the strongest. She can definitely power walk.
The problem is, Asara also powered off.
yeah,
So
I
you're just
powered off
walking next to
too.
each other.
Strength is not stamina.
Athletics check to see who gets far.
Definitely. 100%.
Actually,
Oh, she wins for sure.
They are
I have a -1.
Well, let's
full
see. Let's see.
pointing in
The dice
same
may
direction.
disagree.
It's quite bad. It's very bad, actually.
Oh, flying puppy.
She prays
Got
as she walks.
15.
You got 15? Not even worth it. No, she's far
14.
behind. 14.
It's okay, Vanta. She got a head start.
Yeah.
And then Craig and Zenekas are a little bit further behind, watching this happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sarah doesn't even feel bad. She's like, that was a sign from the Raven Queen. I'm a believer, and I'm a believer in this for you, rather. Like, she doesn't support the Raven Queen, but she believes in it for Vanta. So she's like, I don't even feel bad. She's just going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be an interesting dinner, Sister Craig.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
So, you make your way back through the woods, along the road, and into Valaki. And before long, you get to the center of town and the Blue Water Inn, which is where you left it.
Oh, is that where we were all going? Because the Vanta's point was to go somewhere else.
Yeah, we've got to go get thingy.
I thought we were going to go to the Baron's house. Now it
Yeah,
sounds like I was just giving up.
first.
Okay, I needed to know that my intention was to go to a different place.
Okay.
So maybe she'll go and sit on the stocks.
Yeah, we've got to get Arena, and then we can head to the Baron's place.
Your old stomping grounds.
She's going to just go stomp and sulk.
She's going to go hang out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to just like leave long enough to make a point that she's mad.
Okay, look.
Cool. That's it.
Okay, so for everyone watching, here is the Blue Water Inn in the center of town here. And so yeah, Vanta, you go to the town square.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait there rather than go because I want time away from
Filled
these
with incredibly
boys.
happy people because of the festival going on.
Well, no, it hasn't started yet. It's it's an evening thing. But Vanta, you do see that work is being put in here to get things ready. There's some rather straggly looking bunting being hung up between the eaves of the square's houses, and there's a platform being erected next to the stocks with a large frame on it, but there's nothing hanging from the frame yet. But you were told that was going to be a huge wicker sun that was set on fire, so you think it's probably for that.
Sweet.
Okay.
She wants to be like within sight of like the main road so that she can see them and get a head start when they eventually done.
Okay.
But like
Well,
otherwise
let's zoom in here on the map, so we can focus on the bit that we are interested in. So yeah, you are around here at the town square, and the so yeah, you're over here in the town square, and the inn is up here on the main road, and then the Baron's house is this one here. So I think if you're kind of hanging out just on the edge of the town square, you could see them leave the Blue Water Inn and go around that southern loop of that road, and maybe get to the Baron's place before them if you hoof it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so the rest of you, the three of you, get back to the Blue Water Inn, and you see that they're getting a bit busy. You know, people are coming in for lunch, and there's people coming and going. And as you arrive, you see Vasily and Irina are seated together, not eating because they know you're off to a lunch meeting with the Baron, and Vasily is regaling her with some story of Barovia, and she's laughing and being shocked in equal measures. And oh, really? No, they didn't. Oh, really? And you come in, and she sees you over his shoulder, and she's like, "Ah, everyone, welcome back." Irina hails you.
Is no quick question to DM. The what's his face? Bluto. He was a regular here, wasn't he?
He was here quite regularly. Yeah.
Is Danica in?
Of course, yeah.
He's like, oh, like he accepts like Irina's like welcome and stuff, and then he's like, I'll be with you in a second, and he's gonna go try and speak to Danica.
Okay. She's behind the bar, serving drinks while Erwin's serving food and busying himself in the kitchen. Actually, Brom's serving the food while he's busy cooking it, and she's doing the drinks. All soft drinks, unfortunately. There's still no wine.
Yeah.
And she's like, Sorry, Xenicus, we're quite busy. What is it?
Got a word, like a word. Is it possible to speak to you for a second, or Erwin?
Make it quick, yes. Maybe Erwin would be better. He's just in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's probably better.
You don't have to talk to other
Gonna
people.
go. Yeah, he's gonna go in and just like see Erwin.
Mhm.
If he's alone, he's gonna chat to him.
Yep.
You know that fisherman you told us about, Bluto?
Ah, yes, we haven't seen him for quite a few days.
Yeah, we found him.
Oh, where was he?
He was out fishing on the lake.
Oh, trying his luck again?
Yeah, fishing for dark powers by throwing children into the lake.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who? Someone from the village?
From the local Vistani camp.
Danica said she heard that the Vistani were up in arms about something.
Yeah.
Must have been that.
Yeah. Have you heard anything of the Dark Ones?
It must be something to do with the devil, I assume.
It felt different. I mean, he's usually singular.
Maybe followers of his? I'm sure there
Possible.
are groups. I mean, there are groups within the Vistani who worship him almost.
Mhm.
And then there's all those pesky druids.
The Druids.
Yes, the druids of Yesterhill.
Druids of Yesterhill. Who are they again?
Over in the far west of Barovia, out near the mists. Krieg, you remember being taken to a hilltop over in the far west? With a stone circle
That
on
I
top?
do. With an antlered fellow.
Yes.
Oops, sorry.
We're not in earshot though, right? We're in the.
Yeah, he's gone into the kitchen.
Yeah.
I guess you're with Arena in the main room.
Yeah, maybe just might want to. Well, one, just let everyone know about Bluro. He didn't seem 100% himself. He's in the custody of Isaac at the moment.
In custody?
Yes.
Well, if he's
Yeah.
a danger to others, then he should be. Now, I mean, it's not like we were going to see him without any wine.
Yeah.
I wonder what my stupid father's doing. Hope he's okay. Speaking of those druids are always giving us no end of trouble at the winery.
I see.
Did Danica
think
tell you
that's
it's
the
my
problem?
family that runs the Wizard of Wines?
She mentioned that. Didn't mention the Druids in association with that, though.
Oh, that's just an ongoing thing. I guess, I don't know, maybe they're against cultivation of the land or something. But them and those hideous...
Free berries. Free the grapes.
It's not the grapes you have to worry about, it's the strange wooden creatures that they fight alongside.
What,
It's
the
like
grapes?
they animate the trees themselves.
Oh, wow. Wait, what? This place is weird.
You would have. I think you would have heard of tree blights and
I
things.
mean, like his day has been very weird so far.
True.
He's just like flying girls, people throwing them into lakes, dark ones.
I'm not going to force all these lovely people that come and watch us play Dungeons and Dragons to sit and watch us have a normal day.
We,
But
That's
Michael
I
loves
like how
it.
we haven't addressed the.
Yeah, we're
No
just gonna go to the
beach
cafe.
episodes. No beach
Pick up
episodes.
some-
We get a bottle episode though, yeah.
We'll see. Benz, if you give me my quota of death saves, I shall be appeased.
Yeah, no, Zenek, like the player loves this crazy day. Zenek is just like, this is like. We also just woke up with a ghost attack this morning. Like
Sarah has disappeared.
it's been a day.
I shrunk away at the death saves.
I saw.
A
Now-
good move.
Well, thank you. We also thought it best that people know about what happened.
Yes, you're
It
right.
gives that like obvious wink, not being subtle about it.
You and your friends don't need any of this, right? You're going for lunch at the Barons.
Supposedly, yeah.
Now, are you all going?
As far as I'm aware, though, Vanta may or may not show up. I hope she comes.
Be careful. Tread very lightly around the Baron.
Oh, okay.
any ill word against his methods and his utopian society that he feels he has here will get you in a whole heap of trouble. No matter what Isaac thinks of you.
Okay, now I'm less hoping Vantage.
Enjoy your lunch. Brom, the next lunch is ready. Get in here. Sorry, Father.
Do Brahm and Arabelle have the same name day? They're a day apart, aren't they?
Yeah, Brom was yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday.
Actually,
That's kind of cute.
No,
No,
yeah,
it was yesterday,
because
yeah.
it happened at midnight because he turned 12.
Yeah.
So yeah. They
They're
do.
born on the exact same.
Hey,
I'm paying attention to things,
Yeah, thank you.
insignificant things that have nothing to do with the story.
Yet. Now they do.
Oh yeah.
Because of that connection, now they do.
Yes, be careful what you say, Rami. Now, you sit down and have a little chat. Vasily, makes his excuses and says, he has to go and wrap up some of his accountant business before he goes to the festival, and bids you all farewell and shakes Irina's hand and bows politely, and then leaves. But before he does, he's like, "My friends, are we not going to do that guided tour someday?"
I put my head down.
You'll have-
Someday.
You'll have seen everything before I can show you.
I doubt it. I just found out there's walking trees.
yeah, I doubt.
And, none of them have heard that. He finds out that's the first thing he.
Not in the town. Now,
I hope not.
no matter. I got to show Irina to the church this morning, and she's like, "Yes, thank you, Vasily." I told him that I wanted to see and talk with the priest.
How did that go?
He's delightful, Father Lucian. And I think it might be a safe place for me.
Ooh.
It's holy ground, right? Where's Vanta? I wanted to ask her about it.
She's taking a moment with her thoughts.
Hmm.
The Raven Queen sent her a message.
Oh, splendid. Now, I think Isaac should be here. Anyway, hello, sister.
Oh. Just as Venicus was about to say, be careful about what you say, Isaac comes in, he's like,
And
And now none of us will be careful.
Nope.
All going to jail tonight.
she's gonna be
Oh yeah.
the whole night.
Find Vanta there.
and he says, "Are you ready?"
Yes.
As Craig's drip.
I got dried by all those dragonflies yet.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's okay. And Irina looks at you, and she's got that same, she's got that kind of that leather bodice on again with the white shirt sleeves sticking out, and the riding the riding trousers. And she's like, "Are you all ready to go?"
Should we dress up?
I mean, it's a diplomatic luncheon, maybe. I mean, you look fine. Asara, you're beautiful.
I make a face like, don't patronize me.
I'm wearing everything I own, so.
Aren't you not? Didn't you get naked in the dungeon?
You're not wearing your clothes
I
anymore.
remember a lot of talk about Donald Duck in chat. Yeah.
You get naked in the dungeon.
Didn't you get naked in the dungeon? D&D out
50
of
Shades of
For
Grey theme song.
defense.
Some hype for the naked Aarakocra.
Thank you.
Go put on a loincloth or something.
I wear pants.
He said not so sure.
Really, they're more
Like
of
checking under the
I
feathers
wear
to see if there are there.
Question mark.
but
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, well, let's go with your token here. You are fairly dressed. I think you took off your armor. That's what
Yes.
that's what was removed.
My leather armor.
Indeed. And
Seneca's
you
okay
have your
with that.
beautiful
Great.
golden braces on. Yes.
Yes, and all of my jewelry
All of you, yes. He's the most
I'm
dressed up.
naked Eric Cocker with braces and jewelry on.
No, come on. We said he has his garments
Yes,
on, just
yes,
not his
I'm
armor.
sorry,
Not his armor. Now, you just kind of
Because
sort
puts on
yourselves out.
another jacket.
and then Izik's kind of getting impatient. He's like, "Come on, we should not keep the Baron waiting." And
Let's
you
go.
you make your way down the street. Vanta, you see them leave.
Okay, I walk up. And I don't say anything yet.
Just fall in with them.
Yeah, I fall in completely silently. I don't even look.
Okay. And I think Irina wanted to ask you that thing, but she kind of reads the room and she's like, and just keeps walking. And Izik leads you down, and you make your way down to the Baron's mansion. And there are a couple of. Yes.
Because his other way is just like, so I'm looking so forward to this diplomatic lunch where we all be on our best behavior.
Shut up, Xenocus.
Everyone look at Vanta.
I was not aiming that at anyone.
I have nothing to say.
But he looks chagrined
But I
by her
can't laugh.
response.
I hate. I'm sorry. I hate.
Xenocus looks a
saying
little
shut
chagrined
up.
because he was actually like, oh, I was actually speaking to everyone, but okay. Sorry, Vanta, if that's how you took it.
I feel bad acting mean. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I will be a
You've made your choices.
professional.
Okay, so you follow Izik down, and there are a couple of watchmen on guard in front of the mansion. They quickly move out of Izik's way, and he leads you in to the interior of the mansion itself. Let me switch up things here. Which one is it? Oh no, it has its own. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. So. You make your way through the bustling streets, and the guards move out the way, and they open the doors for you as Izik ducks under the mantle and into the entrance of the mansion itself. And as you enter inside here, you hear voices off in a different room somewhere, chatting away. And as you enter into the entrance hall and this vestibule here, you can see framed portraits adorning the walls of this grand foyer. And there's a wide staircase with a sculpted railing, a long carpeted hall attached to the foyer, which stretches almost the length of the whole mansion and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. And you can see a couple of bundles of twigs left over, and you think that maybe the wicker sun that is the main piece of the evening's festivities was maybe put together here. Now, as you enter in, you see a woman descending the stairs, as we can hear. And you see the Baron's wife as she comes down from the second floor. And let's get her full name here. And Izik kind of gestures, and he's like, "May I present Baroness Lydia Petrovna?" And she nods kind of almost regally. She's like, yes. Thank you, Izik. That would be all. And she reaches the bottom of the stairs and she gestures for you. Won't you please, my husband will be along shortly. And she leads you.
With a big smile on his face, he follows.
Yes, she also has a very fixed grin,
Oh, poor lady.
and
I don't mind this.
she guides you along the hall to a den. And as you are gestured to enter, you see padded chairs and couches lining the walls of this cozy, carpeted den. And the room reeks of pipe smoke. And mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry looking brown bear. And the Baroness says, please, won't you all take a seat?
Yeah.
Is it like, would Asara know if it's diplomatic to say like Your Grace? Like, I feel like I need to say some formal title to this woman.
Just call it straight. Just call her Baroness. It'll be fine.
Right.
Mhm.
Of course. Thank you, Baroness.
And she looks, and she kind of. Irina's clearly, comporting herself differently to the rest of you, and she's like, Lady Irina, I presume. And she's like, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Yes, Baroness. I bring greetings from my brother, the new leader of the village of Barovia, now that, unfortunately, our father passed away. And the Baroness is like, oh, yes, I'm so sorry for your loss. It must be terrible at the whim of the devil, unlike our safe society and the walls and the protections of the Baron that shelter us all. And Irina nods, and she's like, we have thoroughly enjoyed hospitality, and I'm so sorry that my sickness forbade me from coming sooner. And the Baroness is like, please, won't you all sit? And a servant comes in carrying a tray with tea, and it's served for you all. It's quite bitter, but it's warming after your exertions of the day.
I think it's just straining not to put his feet on the table.
Thank you.
Dante doesn't drink.
Where's your husband?
He's occupied with the preparations for the evening's festivities. He will be here as soon as possible.
We eagerly await.
Understandable.
Of course.
Thank you.
The village is lovely. I wonder what you do in preparation for the festivities.
Oh,
you must
some of
really
the-
enjoy
Me and
your...
my, and she kind of like cooks a hand to her ear, and she's like, maybe you can hear, my good friends, my good friends and I were stitching some of the costumes for the darling children.
Oh, lovely.
What sort of costumes?
They love coming every day, and we have cake and tea, and we talk and talk, and I'm sorry, flowers. I love flowers.
Can I insight check her? Does she have any wounds, or does she have any sort of like visual, like expression tics or repetitive movements that I can see?
Bring it perception.
Those kinds of things I'm looking for.
I'd say perception.
Perception or investigation?
Perception. To notice that. Yeah.
What is wrong with my rolling to know? It's still a +6.
Nice.
I mean,
14.
Something clearly off already.
Yeah, she is
Yeah.
strained, but she means what she says, and she's being sincere in her mind.
What I was trying to get. Yeah. I wasn't really looking for a lies. I was looking more for like, does she seem inhuman? So if there's a different kind of check I need to do for that.
Does she seem what's right?
Inhuman.
She
Like not a human.
She looks human, as far as you can tell.
But Danta has an idea that she might not be. So is there any check I could do to sort of verify or get more information about that?
Over and above the perception, I wouldn't say so. No, and I think, and that was a decent roll. So I think if there was anything odd, you would have noticed. She seems human.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's not injured.
When you say they come to visit you, are you talking about the children or your friends who stitch with you?
Oh, my good friends, the ladies of the town.
Nice.
Oh, wonderful. How often do they come?
Every day we have cake and tea, and sometimes cucumber sandwiches.
Oh wow, cucumbers here? No.
Yes.
Must be so joyous and so straining for you as a hostess.
Also, Vanta, with that perception check, you also make out a bit of that muttered conversation going on from the other room, and you catch it. Just it's quite muffled and kind of difficult to make out, but you do kind of hear it, kind of like, oh, "Thank God she's gone, and we can relax for a bit."
Oh no.
My heart.
Cucumber
in the
sandwich
room?
sound awesome.
That I can see.
Say again, sorry.
What's in the room that I can see?
Just these padded armchairs and sofas that you're making use of, and there's a desk, which you assume is the Baron's, and this giant bear head on the wall. Nothing much else.
Hmm.
And it's about that time that after some strange conversation and a couple of silences, that you hear a kind of clumping in the hall, and the door opens, and you think,
Ah, our guests. Welcome, all of you, to Valaki. A beacon of light in this dark, cursed land.
He
you for
looks around and it just like immediately like focuses in on Irina. He's like,
Lady Irina, we are very welcome to have you here from the village of Barovia. We are sorry that you did not have the protections that we enjoy here and lost your dear father. I remember meeting him back when I was organizing some of our finest festivals, and he came over to visit. It's a shame you did not join him. I remember your brother also, and I look forward to working with him and maybe imparting some of my vast knowledge on keeping the devil at bay.
I'm
Are
sure
these-
he'll find that valuable, won't he,
Teddy.
Arena?
and she's like,
Taking the hint from the silence, like,
she's like, my gracious thanks, Baron. It is a pleasure to meet you and to make this connection between our two villages. And he's like,
Yes! Now, how has your stay been? I trust all is well?
Joyous.
Hmm. Yes, indeed, as it should be.
Santa says nothing.
Now, thank you. Now, if
keeps you on your toes.
now if have you anything to report? What have you seen about the place? Where are you staying, Lady Irina? I was chagrined that you did not come immediately to the manor to stay with us.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. It was so late when we first arrived, and then I was taken rather ill yesterday."
He's like, oh yes, I heard. I trust you haven't brought anything to our fair town and not gonna spread any sickness around on this important day.
And she's like, "Oh no, I'm quite better, thank you. Just some of our travels on the road, we were beset by wolves."
Oh, did you see the decorations from our previous festival? You got a bunch of those pesky wolves and got their heads on spikes. And it was great. Now, what is it you want? What can I do for you?
Irina had a request.
Yes, I was wondering if I'm afraid. She says very diplomatically, as in the village of Barovia, we are not afforded the same protections that your rule has benefited the people of Valaki with. I I've been visited by the devil himself. And the Baroness is like, oh! So takes it back, and the Baron is like, oh, such trials and terrors that you suffer. I'm sorry. I liked your father, but he did not look after his people as I do, the people of Vallaki. And Irina's like winces a bit, and she's like, yes, unfortunately, the minions of the devil led to his untimely passing, and I was thinking, such that this village of Vallaki is such a safe haven, and that the devil is not even able to enter the streets, it seems, and there's been no trouble with him or no sightings for so many years. Might I please seek refuge here, that I may escape his attentions? And the Baron leans back and takes a long drag on his pipe. Well, I'm not sure what your presence here will do to the people and those who are seeking to only be happy. But
Very rude, servant.
excuse this. They no. Who would I be to not extend my beneficent protections beyond my own people and reach out to our neighbors, our friends in the village of Barovia? Yes, of course. But might I ask a favor of your friends here? And Irina's like, they are not any staff of mine or anything. They are their own people. You would have to ask them. And he's like, I see. Well, he looks around. You there, feathered one. What is your name?
Krieg, sir.
Krieg. I see. You are a most interesting sight.
Thank you.
Most of the creatures of a wing that we see around here are bats and evil creatures spying for the devil. I trust you are not son of that.
Absolutely not.
I see. Well, speaking of spies, I am concerned. While the devil has not dared show his face under my rule in Vallaki, I'm worried that there are agents of his spying on our beautiful society here, seeking to disrupt the safety and happiness that we have here. Despite the fact that all will be well, we must take steps to protect that promise and ensure that all will be well tomorrow, all will be well the next week, and so on. For all of our times here.
Yep.
Will be well.
Indeed. And how well does this wellness pay?
I see. Mercenaries.
We have living
That's
costs.
a bit strong.
We have living
I
costs.
have a
No, you don't, you liar.
employee,
Got free Ben board already.
employer.
He doesn't know that. He probably does. But not
Inside
much.
check.
We have to pay for pies.
I give approving side eye to Xenakis.
Thank you for the reminder. We do need to make a roll very soon.
I was gonna ask about it. It's not lunch yet. So.
By the way, can I show you our hosts?
Is that another evil-looking picture?
You know it's great. Let's see, where is the one that's both of them together? Just a moment, please.
The book of Don't Trust Any NPC.
Nope.
Where are you hiding? Doopy-doo. There you go. See if I can find this for you. He's got a nice chamber quartet.
The fire escape just isn't happening for me at all.
Really?
It's not been all game.
Hmm.
Even though it's open.
Shame.
Oh well.
This
I need
one.
to go
Oh,
see.
yes, here we go. I present the Baroness and Baron Velakovich
Let's-
and their dogs.
And they have dogs. Of course, they're dog people.
My God.
Cool.
That
wow.
looks like a
So-
very maliciously unhappy family.
It does.
Bram Stoker called, and
That's
So-
clever.
Wants his aesthetic back.
Can't have it. So, yes, he, let's have a look here. He's like, yes. In particular, and he looks kind of conspiratorially towards his wife. There is a family, the Watchter family.
Oh.
Lady Watchter and her 2 sons. I believe that they are in league. He looks around with the devil. And the Baroness is kind of like fanning herself almost. She's like, now, I promise that Lady Irina will be safe within our walls. She's welcome to stay here. I would very much like her to meet my son.
Oh.
And Irina's like,
Oh.
"Ugh."
I look sick to my stomach at this.
And she
a
quickly
new friend.
she quickly pipes up. She's she's like, actually, Baron, Father Petrovich at the St. Andrew's Church has said that I would be welcome to stay there, and I think maybe the hallowed ground would be protection even more against the dangers of the devil. And the Baron like scowls. He's like, "What do you mean? The protections that my walls, my guards, my festivals and happiness brings is not enough?"
Excuse me, I haven't spoken this entire time because I thought it was not in our best interest, but now I intend to. Hello, I'm an expert on all things which are, as we might say, to do with hallowed ground, religion, etc.
And he bows.
I can trust hallowed ground. I can trust a sanctified location. We know nothing of your magics, and therefore we cannot trust them.
Mhm.
Teach us your ways. Show us what you can do. Give me
I have
some
been
concrete
showing
proof.
the world the safety of Valaki for
I've
decades.
seen green light. I've seen green lights and nothing else.
Green lights.
Or whatever the... Someone said there was lights coming from the Baron's palace. I was just repeating that.
He just like shakes it off. He's like, he doesn't know what you're talking about. He's like, I don't know. No. I'm afraid I must cut our delightful time here together.
Of
Short.
course, you're a very busy, very, very, very busy man. Of course, thank
If
you.
it were any other day, but with the splendid festivities.
We're looking
Festival of the
forward to it
Blazing Sun.
so much.
Oh, I know. I can trust that you will all be there. Of course, you have to be. No. But yes, I look forward to seeing you all in the square at dusk. All will be well.
indeed.
I look forward to the ball of fire.
Indeed. Lydia, come. And
Yeah.
she nods, and they both leave.
Oh, I hate
I look at Vanta just like,
Vanta doesn't look back at you. She doesn't like you yet.
Try it.
And I turn. I look at
Yeah,
Vanta. I'm
you
like,
know she
and then I
gets it.
turn
You
to
know she
Arena and I'm like,
See what it's like, Steph. It's a dangerous game.
Yeah.
You make
I will say the reason that Vanta spoke was because she wanted to stop. She thought that the Baron was suggesting that Arena had to stay there.
yeah.
And
No, that was
It-
good.
it-
that was
it
good. That was the right thing to do.
diverted
I
it
wasn't
diverted
sure
his
if-
attention long enough. That was good.
Absolutely. And yeah, that was the kind of professional word that was needed there, definitely.
Sweat.
Yeah, that's good. Now, a servant politely bows into the room as they leave. They seem to be waiting outside, the one that brought in the tea. And they lead you back out. And you see the Baroness move into a doorway further down the hall as you're leaving. And she's like, "My friends, I'm so sorry." And they're like, "Oh, Baroness, we're good. So glad that you're back." And heads in. And you are led back outside and
Yes.
back out into the streets.
As we get a suitably far enough distance away from it, and there's no one around, he goes, "We didn't even get food. We were promised
For
food.
lunch?
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
get a lunch."
Oh, I noticed.
Irina's like, he must be very busy today.
Mm.
We can go back another day.
Do you want? Well, you could go back and meet his son if you want.
Rather not.
So I
can get
actually
in.
busts out laughing at that.
We do have a way in though if we want to weigh in into the house unobstructed.
Which is true.
Say we're going for tea with his wife. She
Oh,
has the
yeah.
women of the town round all the time. What's obscure about this?
Isaac is coming after you, you see, as you look around to
Mhm.
listen to Vanta. Yeah.
Wait, what kind of coming after us?
Dun, 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 dun. No.
Ah!
No, he's just pacing. He's fast. He's got long gait, and he catches up with you. He's like, thank you all for.
Delightful visit.
I'm glad to hear it. The Baron asked me to continue his request.
Uh-huh. The Watchter family.
Watched the family, yes. And he kind of looking around, make sure there's no one like right nearby. And yeah, it's a bustling, fairly busy street. Although I don't think that's particularly evident in the soundscape here. Let's get some more sounds here. And you you're making your way back up to the street. No one's really paying attention, especially with Isaac there. People are kind of giving you a wide berth. And he's like, yes, the Watchter family, long been rivals of the Baron's family. They claim to have a longer bloodline, a more regal bloodline. The Baron is worried that Lady Watchter is a sympathizer of the devil, and recently, he looks around, this is secret, even from the other watch. 2 servants have gone missing from the house. The Baron suspects the Watchter family.
Have gone missing from the Baron's house or the Watchers?
Yes, from the Baron's house.
Mm.
It all started
Yes.
when they sent over their daughter to be married to the Baron's son. But I don't know what happened, but
That's a shame, isn't it? He looks at Arena.
What's interesting is that sounds like it's more a problem from the Baron.
well, the Baron would like you as outsiders and with more freedom to move and act against the Watchers to maybe investigate. He says, you're welcome to start your investigation at his house in the manor itself, see what happened to the servants.
No.
Is it? Can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
Are you loyal to the Baron?
Yes. The
Do you
Baron
love your
saved me.
sister?
The Baron took me in after my family was killed.
Do you love your sister?
Of course.
So the Watcher daughter went to the Baron's family to marry their son, and then 2 of the Baron's people went missing.
That's
Right.
the daughter. That was a long time ago. The disappearances have been more recently.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
think. Hang on, sorry, John will have to check that.
the Baron did
DM
also
quiz
offer up his son to Arena. So, if she were to marry into that family and something happened, I just wonder what you would do. I'm just curious.
Marry? What
Not
do you mean,
like
marry into the family?
He wanted Arena for his son. He said as much to our faces about it 10 minutes ago.
It was implied that it was a possibility.
Well, if Irina wants to.
No,
I've
that's
never
not
even met the boy.
That's not the question I was posing to you. It was, if something happened to her under the Baron's care, what would you do?
The Baron would take good care of her. As he has taken care of me all these years.
Oh, it runs deep. Never mind.
And he looks to you, Xenicus. He's like, the Baron is willing to pay 200 gold pieces
Ooh.
if you find evidence of wrongdoing or devil sympathizing.
Okay.
And let me know as soon as you have proper evidence, and we shall storm their house.
And if that's what the evidence points to, then we will let you know
But
right away.
please be certain. Lady Watcher has a great many friends in the city. That's a generous term, in the town. And
Feel
were we
proud
to
of your plan.
move without evidence, then
We
there
will
would
not
be
put the blame on
rioting in
anyone.
the streets, and all would not be well.
That doesn't sound happy at all.
Indeed. So please make sure of anything before you make a move, or ask us to make a move. Now, I must help with the preparations. It won't be long before dusk comes in.
Did
Please,
our sleepy friend mention anything?
I will deal with him later. We are too busy today.
Oh, okay. Keep us if that's okay.
He looks
Okay.
to Arena and she nods. And he's like, I will. Now, I shall see you in the square.
Yes.
Farewell. And storms off. You there! Stop slouching! Shouts at a guard who stands up. And you head back. Now, is there anything that you want to happen before the festival?
Banter has words for Azara, but that could wait till after.
Mhm.
Also, I need to log off soon. I don't want
Yeah.
to.
But do you want to? There's a break here. So do you want to? Do you need to head?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I'll do it now. All right.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Later.
Okay. So you spend an hour or two at the Blue Water Inn. You can have a short rest if you so desire. I don't think you need to.
That would be great. Actually, I used up all my short rest stuff, so
Okay, cool.
that's it's useful for me.
Yeah, so you take a short rest while you're just at the Blue Water Inn, and then the Martikovs come and bang on your door and say, it's time to go. We have to get out. And they,
I bet there's a fire.
no,
Well, there's about to be.
they usher you
Yeah.
out, and they lock the door behind you as they close up, and you see
Locking
other
the
people doing
door?
the same. Other businesses are doing the same.
Locking the doors, but this is such a happy place. Why would you need to lock doors?
Everyone is required to be at this festival, and you see just everyone coming out of all the buildings, streaming, down the streets, heading towards the town square and lining the road that goes off to the east towards the other gates where you first arrived, from the square, and you make your way down there, and I can show you. Just a moment. Yeah.
That's ominous.
So, you are here, and you see the
Okay.
March Elves are there behind you, and various other people you have met
Yeah.
are kicking around.
Beautiful Baron and his wife.
Is that just a line of people in the stocks?
Yes, and the
Yay!
and
Festival!
the watchman is there as well, as you can see.
Are they all clapping and smiling, or?
They can't clap; their hands are in there too.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're kind of like
They're
nodding their heads.
Yes, they're hitting the wood.
I think there's definitely a Monty Python, isn't there, where the people in stocks are dancing along with something, right? I think
Yeah.
isn't it like isn't the Knights the Camelot
Yes,
dance?
I think
Right.
Knights of the Round Table, dance wherever you're able.
Right,
So you arrive in the square, and there are more people than this. So just they want to just cover it with tokens, and you see all the people like trying to make sure they're looking happy with the guards, placed around, and the guards are kind of nudging a bit aggressively anyone who looks like they might not be completely happy. And let's see here.
Something weird's happened with the audio, Sneaky said.
Sorry?
Sneaky said something's weird's happened to the audio.
Oh, okay. Let's should we just duck out and restart, just to give it
Sure.
a quick go there. Next thing, please, just give us a sec, everyone. Okay, how's that? Is that better? How are we sounding? Hopefully that's sorted itself out. Shall wait and see. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay. Yeah, can you guys talk? Sound off. That's gonna sound weird anyway. Talk normally.
Sorry.
No more malicious unhappiness.
How's
Good
that?
audio is happiness.
Yes.
Good audio
All
is
will be well. How do we think?
Cool. Still
That
sounds a bit
sounds a bit tinny. So strange.
Sure.
I wonder what that's coming from. Strange. Okay. Well, anyway, I think most of this is going to be me kind of narrating what happens here, so
Okay.
I think we'll be okay. Anyway, you can. Where would you like to be? where do you stand?
Vanta probably wants to be in the stocks, but we don't let her be.
Good.
Everyone's on the outskirts, so I don't really want to go
In the middle.
into the.
Like you need to do the thing where you lean on the fountain and watch like from a slightly higher vantage point.
But there's people behind you; they can't see.
That's
I think
being
actually,
a bit taller.
Irina. Maybe that's here.
Zynicus just straight up steps into the fountain.
Yeah, goes for a swim.
Okay.
Washes his hair.
Xenicus is arrested and executed on the spot.
Yeah.
No!
Irina
You
actually
got
comes
it.
over here and she smiles and she waves. She's like, Father Petrovich, and she goes over to this priest over here, and you see a priestly looking fellow standing over there with the sullenly looking youth that you saw working in the graveyard at that time, and then at the orphanage as well. So.
Yep, I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah, and she introduces you all. She's like, everyone, this is Father Petrovich of the of St. Andrew's Church. And he's like, blessings on you all. Blessings of the Morning Lord.
Blessings of the Morning Lord.
And Vanta's like, oh. And he's like, yes, St. Andrew's is a church of the Morning Lord. Please, you must visit at your earliest convenience. And,
It sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Irina's like, oh, yes, we will. Thank you, Sneaker Thief. And yeah, it's the same source and everything, so I don't know why it's different. Anywho, I think it's okay. So you are standing there, kind of, making small talk with the priest, and you see Soldarovich and his husband over the way there. Blinsky's kind of capering around over in the corner there, and you.
I'm looking out for my sister, in amongst the crowd.
Indeed.
She was last seen here somewhere.
I'm afraid you do not see her. But after a while, I'm going to leave the tokens there, but the Baron and Baroness step off the platform and make their way with Isaac off towards the east gates there. And after some time, you see everyone kind of hushes down, and you hear from off in the distance people like half-heartedly cheering, "Hey, yay!" And you see coming down the road from the direction of the gates, you see a parade, such as it is, making its way towards the square. And just a moment, please. So, the Baron and Baroness riding horses, and the Baroness has a very sad-looking wilted bouquet of flowers, and they are being led by a parade of children in poorly made flower costumes. And behind the Baron and Baroness is this giant wicker sun carried by a quartet of the town guards. And they make their way through the streets, and everyone's like smiling and like, "Hey, yay, festival!" Woo. And
It's like one actually enthusiastic person.
Yeah, the kids from the orphanage are like, "Yes!" the headmistress is like, "Oh no, this is what I was worried about." And they make their way down, and they come through. So the Martikovs aren't there, just blocking the road. None shall pass. They quickly move over here with Soldar and Yevgeny, and the parade makes its way into the square here and over to the platform, and the wicker sun is hoisted up onto this frame that Vanta had seen before, and the Baron and Lady Petrovna are overseeing everything, and they're like, "Thank you." Here it comes. So yes, as they come right by you, Sirenscape showing off their dynamic sounds as they pass by and carry on into the square. See, it took a while to get to you from the gate, but there it is. And they sit up, and the Baron greets everyone. He's like, "Welcome everyone to the festival of the blazing sun." And this is like very half-hearted cat claps, but the Baron launches into a huge speech about how everyone's so safe, and his measures to keep the village safe and sound, and keep how it's important for everyone to be happy all the time, and to follow the letters of the law, and to listen to the city guard. And Isaac, and he gestures down and thanks him for his his diligent work. You see a couple of villagers kind of side eye him a little bit. He might have been punished for being a little unhappy in the past. And all day, like everything that's happened today, dark clouds have just kind of been building and kind of like brooding over the valley as the day's gone on. And you're a bit worried that this weather's going to keep. And the Baron's going on, just extolling the virtues of his programs and how this festival has surpassed all others for the joy it's brought and the happiness of the people. And finally, comes time for the grand conclusion. And he gestures to a guardsman who passes him a torch. And he turns and he looks triumphant at the wicker sun on the platform. And it's then that the clouds open.
No fire.
And rain comes bucketing down on the square, and people kind of huddle under the eaves of the buildings as best they can, or under those trees that are in the square. And the Baron's like, no, it's okay. All will be well. All will be well. And he walks with this sputtering torch. It's almost going out with the rain. And he's like, and thrusts it into the wicker, which has been doused with oil. You know, the guards were dousing it with oil once they put it up there. But the rain just keeps pouring down, and it fails to light. And there's a kind of nervous silence. And then shock as you hear a and like the guards all like look around, and the people like and they look around, and the Baron just whips around on the top of the dais. He's like, "Who dares?" And you see one of the guards, the guard who had tried to help you at the gate in the stocks, involuntarily let out a guffaw as the spectacle was rained upon and failed to happen.
Nobody said anything bad about malicious.
He's like, the Baron wheels on him. He's like, "How dare you? This is your doing. This seditious spite has brought this ill fortune on this grandest of days. Isaac, bring him." And Isaac nods and walks over to the stocks, cracks open that one with the guard in, and just hauls him out. And he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." And the other guards are just like, "Oh, can you believe it? Did you see what?" And the people like, and Soldar and Yevgeny are like wincing and like just kind of like shrinking under that tree, staying out and the Martikovs too. But the townspeople are just like, "Oh, can you believe that?" Like faux outrage. And it's like, "Oh, the goal of the man." There's this town going around the town, and Isaac drags the protesting guard out of the stocks towards the main dais there. He's like, "I know what will cheer up these poor people after the misery you have brought them. All will be well." And he's like, "Isaac, you know what to do." And as the Baron goes and mounts his horse, Isaac binds the man's hands. His feet were already bound from the stocks, and a rope is tied to the bindings and to the saddle of the Baron's horse. And the Baron's like, nods when it's all done. He's like, "Now, let us see what comes of those who would pile spite and hatred and malicious unhappiness on our festivities." And he starts galloping around the square. And the guard is just like pulled off his feet. He's like, "Ah, please, no!" Ah. And he's dragged, just like bumping across the cobbles. And the Baron just like, "Is it not grand?" And he gestures to the people, and they're like they're like looking away, but like clapping nervously. And Irina's like, what is going on? Is this what passes?
So, we should maybe check out Kretsk, the other town.
And the Baron goes around, and the people are just like pretending to be like assuaged by this. And he's like, yes, are you not happy? And
We are.
it sounds like the people further down the road towards the east are happy, or certainly their voices are raised all of a sudden.
Works? Oh.
And there is I should keep that rain going. But
I was like, does that actually stop the rain?
no,
What's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
you can, wow.
That
No.
superpower.
You hear raised voices, which sounded like when the parade was coming at first, but then sounds a bit more panicked. And you see people start pressing down that road, the people that have been lining that, and you hear that roar from further down the road. And people start flooding into the square, and the Baron's like, what is going on? What are you all doing? Get out of my way! And he's kind of like kicks someone out of the way as they like go in front of the horse. And he like rides, he's like, Isaac! To me and the Baroness! And he's like pushes through people, and he's like, what? And he's like, what is... And he takes the Baron quickly and just rushes him towards the manor, and they disappear, and guards kind of fall in behind them. And
Poor guy still get.
people are running into the square just from that direction. And as everyone's kind of backing up, like not knowing what's going on, there is an almighty roar. Thank you. And a giant
There?
saber-toothed tiger
Oh, jeez.
leaps into the square, looking... Now, Krieg, you immediately assess this situation with more experience and a more learned eye than the others. And this saber-toothed tiger leaps into the square, but you can see it's not looking aggressive. It looks terrified and confused.
Yeah.
And you see, the Martikovs like get Brom, and they puts him away behind the stocks there, and the people are just like tripping over each other trying to get out the way. And
What's this face?
and you see the...
Rictavio's.
Yes, sorry.
I'm saying it's probably Rictavio's beast.
And
I'm sure.
as this saber-toothed tiger just bounds into the square, and it's like looking around, and everyone just like misunderstanding this as aggression. Everyone's just fleeing and trying to get out of the way as quickly as possible, and it's just looking around, and you see it like raises its head up to the air, and it's like it snuffles in the air, and it goes bounding off to the north, the direction that the Baron and everyone went. What do you do?
I chase after the tiger.
For sure. Agreed.
Yeah. Okay.
What is this town? And then we chase after the tiger.
And as you go charging after this thing, you can just see it kind of disappearing, but in amongst all the panicked people, just trying to dive into buildings and scrambling over each other, tripping over each other, trying to get out of the way, and falling in the streets, just trampling on each other to get away from this thing. And you see it keep bounding to the north there, towards the Blue Water Inn and the Baron's Manor, and you give chase. And we shall pick up next week as you chase after this saber-toothed tiger
Oh my god.
in the midst of Valaki.
Where the yellow ranger at?
Why?
Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, and I meant to chill out the Sirenscape for a moment here. It's rather extra.
And Seneca is excited about his new mount.
And let us bring us back to this. And yes, thank you everybody, and thank you everyone in chat. It was great to have everyone watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you fancy some more D&D in your week, tomorrow night we will be back, but a little warmer climes than Barovia, as we go into the Nine Hells for our descent into Avernus. And again, a special thanks to Sneaky Rogue Feet for the advice and the heads up about the audio stuff. Thank you, that helps so much. We don't have any technical people running, show running for us. We're just doing it for ourselves. So thank you so much for that. And yes, we'll have a Descent into Avernus tomorrow, Rime of the Frost Maiden on Tuesday, and a rather panicky, angry saber-toothed tiger in Curse of Strahd next Thursday. Thank you everyone for coming by, and as we like to say, Oyasumi nasai, and thanks to Sirenscape, and thanks to everyone for following the channel and giving us a look, and we shall see you next time. Good night, Oyasumi. Thank you. And we get little heart marks in chat. Fly, phoenixes, fly. Goodbye.